Hi, this is Bill Kearns from Blue Kernel IT. Here I'm presenting Photoshop CS5. This is to show you some of my talents in CS5, whether you need a button created, a logo, or a background for a website. Here is a fedora that I've downloaded from the internet. Usually in graphic arts you start with something. There's lots of sites like PhotoBucket or other paid sites where you download image by image. The fedora was for a website, Wine Divas and Dons. Here's the fedora in the final version for the female's hat, and here's the one for the male's hat. These two went on a caricature that the website had provided. The whole look was a jazzy, downtown, city nightlife kind of look. So I just used some simple filters and things like that. These were some of my first images. Here's the crab background. This one I was fooling around and made one day, just using the line tool and the lasso tool. I made this, if I had to use it, I would use it for a background for a website if someone was maybe an antique dealer or involved in Maryland natural resources. I call it a crab. If you notice, there's a couple eyes here and then claws. I made this so that it tessellates, so it repeats on the vertical and horizontal axis as one big contiguous image. So here's my logo. Here I've used layers. If you notice, I drew these lines out, and then I added a vibrance effect from the filters to add this kind of glistening to the background. Then I downloaded a font. There's a good website called the 500 Best Free Fonts, which you just download a font and then you can install it right into your Windows font folder. And then Adobe will pick it up, so you can use it with the type tool. You can have vertical or horizontal text, any color, pretty much anything. So here are the two layers once I added the text. So if you notice, I embossed the text so that it has a 3D look. That added the white lines and gave it a little more pop-out look automatically, and then I added a shadow to the text, which you can see right there. So here's a picture of my website. This is where it goes. If you notice, the image stops here, and on the website it seems like it keeps going. As far as web design goes, I use all PNG graphics. Try to use a bitmap to start. You certainly don't want to use a JPEG. I output PNGs, and you want to keep the sizes as small as possible. Here is the background that repeats. Just a slither is a web design effect, so that on the website it looks like it's still there. Which you can, move the website and it looks like one giant image that is part of the page. So thanks for your time. These are some of my Photoshop skills. Certainly a lot of people have an image to start with. I know my way around Photoshop well enough that I could be a compliment to your company. Thanks for your time. Bye.